Also swiftly provided the necessary support for growth-enhancing initiatives. I am again happy to inform this august House that with the support of His Excellency the President, Cabinet, and all stakeholders, we have successfully concluded the second review of our extended credit facility with the International Monetary Fund, which led to the disbursement of the third tranche of $360 million, bringing total disbursement to about $1.6 billion. We have completed the debt restructuring program with the Official Creditor Committee of Ghana, covering $5.1 billion, resulting in approximately $2.8 billion of debt service relief. This means that we will not service our debt to our official creditors from 2023 to 2026. We have concluded negotiations with our Eurobond holders, covering $13.1 billion, which would lead to a cancellation of $4.7 billion of our debt and provide debt service relief of another $4.4 billion between 2023 and 2026. We've concluded our negotiations with 5 of the 7 independent power producers, which will lead to a saving of $6.6 billion over the remaining lifetime of the power purchase agreements. We've reined in expenditures to ensure we are within the 2024 budget appropriation and exceeded the mid-year non-oil revenue target by 3.7%. In effect, Mr. Speaker, we are living within our means. Indeed, consistent with our programs with the IMF, we are on course to achieving a primary surplus of 0.5% of GDP by end of the year. We've cleared all outstanding bank transfer advice, BTAs, up to 2022, and working hard to pay BTAs from 2023. We've embarked on major reforms of state-owned enterprises, especially those in the energy and cocoa sectors, to be fiscally prudent and reduce their risk on the budget. We've launched the SME Go program to provide financial and technical support to SMEs. We've disbursed 5.4 billion Ghana cedis to support LEAD, school feeding program, capitation grant, and NHIS since January 2024 to reduce the burden on the vulnerable in our society. We've spent about 1.5 billion Ghana of Fanko and Sawam Road, Keta water supply, Opichebi Lamte, and Flower Pot interchanges, the 3 bypasses on the Kumasi-Accra Highway, and the Tema and Pakadam Railway line. We've completed the Prempeh the First International Airport in Kumasi and the Yakubu Tali International Airport in Tama. Agenda 111 hospitals are at various stages of completion. We have completed the Afari Hospital in Kumasi and many other hospitals across the country. To advance our digitalization drive and expand our unique identification system, we've invested about 135 million Ghana cedis in the National Identification Program since January 2024. Mr. Speaker, this significant progress has been underpinned by an environment of enhanced and inclusive engagements with key stakeholders. These engagements have provided useful feedback, improved our understanding, and boosted our cooperation with stakeholders. Mr. Speaker, the stabilization is real. We are determined to stay the course on our fiscal consolidation program. Increased attention will continue to be given to prudent management of approved expenditures and improved revenue mobilization. We will also continue with our programs of delivering critical physical and digital infrastructure. To generate economic activity and increase growth, we will focus on increasing our investments in the road sector, under the Economic Growth Improvement Program, ERI. This program will ensure that roads are built to connect producing areas to market centers and to key tourist sites. Accordingly, certain critical economic roads have been prioritized. We are structuring a financial arrangement that will ensure the timely completion of these strategic roads. The Accra-Kumasi Highway, Accra has truly affected businesses and families, particularly the vulnerable in our society. These challenges have severely affected households, increased cost of living, and limited the creation of job opportunities. Our young people continue to seek employment opportunities beyond what the state can provide. Mr. Speaker, it has indeed been a difficult time, and I deeply empathize with our fellow Ghanaians. Mr. Speaker, over the last 2 years, government has embarked on a number of decisive measures to get us back on the path of fiscal consolidation, economic stability, and growth. And I'm happy to note that these policies we have implemented are yielding the expected results. Growth continues to exceed our expectations. The 4.7% growth rate reported by the Ghana Statistical Service for the first quarter 2024 exceeds the 3.1% recorded in the same period in 2023. Inflation is declining. End June inflation rate of 22.8%, a reduction of 31 percentage points from the December 2022, which confirms the target of 15% by end 2024 is possible. Exchange rate has largely stabilized compared to December 2022, despite the recent pressures. The 18.6% depreciation rate to the US dollar as of June 2024 represents an improvement over the 22% recorded for the same period last year.
Yamadro and Edbury a Kessben television so Tuesday and na yatrase yade Adwenkyere dwumadi ebro baby a wohwe yen bia no Kwaba eba dwumadi no eso Midini Kwabena Owusu Dankwah free summary akopem se nondu ebebo ena nyame ya adoma menya adofo mienu no mo aba beka yensa Raphael Sewusu Secretary Atwema Nwabiaja North MPP emu ena ogina ono eba beka yensa ene enwumrei na yedi dwumadie no sanso ena Patrick Kwame Director of Students Affairs and Elections Ashanti Region Edema the National Democratic Congress ono so eba beka yensa. But the key discussions and enumerate ebe center on the budget, first midweek media budget reviewer, the finance minister, Dr. Amin, at the Ekoto Mrashebi Jafi enim ene ho ensem ena ebebobo ho na yaka. Ote se odin semahodo at the etudwa at the afa budget no ho. Budget no ebe tudwa no the minority in Parliament, led by the minority leader, essay a uninspiring cranshabianim, and a dadaya, and yad fufrubia. Ibebubu sansem ho ene enyumri ewojumedizo, but key factors nubia ene waka ho asem mepese meboso na abija fortnasia yadomo suko na yahwe. The implications for our nation, the future projections, whether the government has done so well in managing the affairs of the nation, and in Hong Kroneba, some eso. Mesha say aban etua about 12 billion Ghana cedis at the ama bond holders. We are under the domestic debt exchange program. Nemani Bia, the finance minister, at the Etudra. And on sign at the Tudra say aban assign a significant strides, say a nay inflation, over modern say obetimia stabilizing. Somebody can say from 2022 up to date, inflation had dropped by 31%, 31 points from since 2022. Exchange rate and also show signs say and also a bit me stabilize it. And some or the atudra. Or the atudra say and Ghana's international reserves increase to 3.1 months of import cover. We ebetimi ama a stronger buffer wamra external shocks bia ebetimi and as external shock bia ba mine so at least 3 months there any nakakra gwechre there Ghana ebetimi arrestande eno ho ensem ewo ha afi government assign a substantial investment in social programs and infrastructure na the other two jans about 5.4 billion Ghana cedis in Yadis Bessie various social programs. It be a livelihood empowerment against poverty LEAP program no ano account the school feeding program and a national health insurance scheme. We a scan be akwakodua. Say nearly 10 billion has been invested in the road sector since January 2024. Until a few years ago, 10 billion Ghana cedis and a buying at their share yakwan and sensem. Key projects need be the expansion of the Konfanochi Teaching Hospital, the rehabilitation of the Ofanko in Swam Road, and ongoing investment in water and sanitation infrastructure. We and Sama and no appeal a better educationer or say a dabain abu akumasopa anti sabra yakasei. First half, wabai etimi ediska eura free SHS no emu. First half nenkwano, abai I invest 1.5 billion Ghana cedis eno de eura free SHS program na ohwe se mebo no so ebetimi enya quality education. Abai so asan a launch 8.2 billion programmer ebetimi aboa ama small and medium scale enterprises and also etimi enya baby almost soma sene no maboa mo se be ya ometimi afa nipa dodo na unemployment rate na ewo ya mema no etimi akofom eno eye ensema eno so free Dr. Adams assign editor was say your digitalization so and here kasaba 135 million Ghana cedis and a name wamo edi ewrema ebwa ema national identification program letimi akose be ya manfo betimi access all the necessary information omo ehia na omo di edi womo ejuma and so hafi yede tudwa say aban esi every 2025 echo road tolls ebesan aba na etimi aboa no metimi enyeska titru ede ahwe yakwan eye ene ne siesie eho ensem ha ode tudwa say eni a woka say MPP aban apenso about 13 vehicle assembly points and now established here. Some makers about 4,700 vehicles and locally yet me a produce. Now almost science share say one more program and I say almost policy. I better say electric cars no ebet me should be hanon so omudi hujuma sebeya and also ebet me aba. Ghana Revenue Authority yaka the mid-year omo revenue omo exceed omo targets by 0.2%. Afiwe na say omo abom homodin osan editor ya say aban ebon homodin bia se be ya betimi ahwe na afei wetimi atretre ekwan a Ghana ebetimi enye sika na ankoye se nipa kakra bi na omutu ato na emom omo hwe kwan betimi atretrem na ato no nipa dodo no etimi etua ne kwan hodo ebefa so ebenye sika de abo oman ho bra. And the senti omo shebo se sa media budgeti nya dia omo the new taxes bia enso eba we de efri oba ban so media revenue no omo so etimi exceed by 0.2% by end of June 2024. Na de no so epie efrim ho enso eno no. Ebe government etimi connect 49 polytechnics, 144 health centers to the e-health system. And also yen sama odi tudwa ene ewo ayemidie budget review no enso emu. And odi tudwa say ne Ghana your public debt no ehuri from 658 billion Ghana cedis to 742 billion Ghana cedis. Ode etoto GDP ho a na chese about 70.6% of GDP na de no so ewo ho enso eno na de o kire nyina na se enei indication no chese bibia betimi akonanim ama Ghana bibia enso etimi akoye e de man no chichirem kire sentia yesikasem no anase yeka no akọ sa or say ohwe external debt 452 billion Ghana cedis and domestic debts 290 billion Ghana cedis. So these are among some of the things and the finance minister the ekokotudwa now or say buying abomoding a levy within his means and I say her means say enei omabomodin miomonipa omo aniska na omonya na amroso omabomodin etimi ahye no bompaye say enkonkodu afi awieye na yenya any budget deficit pia bomodin na said the ka say your budget from September your kind 2024 budget no ebesi ne ya bibia dana kwem enkosi December no na chese aban wetimi aye discipline ewo any fiscal usage no and so emu mameko na mema opening Raphael Oseiusu Akwaba secretary Emma Atwema Nwabeja North New Patriotic Party obani Akwaba na boko de yede yame adom yeso ho ye papa yo you remember budget na so but as usual this program the old do so high election year no mo akonya na about policies in programs Cynthia 2024 your couples na yento abaman mo akonya no interaction simadu mo akonya na fe kasa chega na for
Kewiri wedo ase amamincha me constituency eya atwuma Nwabeja North me PC e de neba honorable Frank Yeboah enemy MP a omabio honorable Benito Usubio
okay
and afi me DC Rebecca Yeboah me chia party fo nyina Kewudi ade ba ko a na niema kakra bi a meka se Ghana for nhweso na omo retaining the MPP in government meme o checheni enti minim hwe na de any education sector Kewdi emre bi atwam ho onze nche bi ankra na be start wase no na nke du sa atamwe ya obehu sa awofo be school ngo mo ba ho. You ask yourself, hey, now the incline be there now for me briye be ye. Yodi. Omo ba any headmaster abeka. Say incline registration. Kaye mo muntua ni installment.
Wow.
Na say uchi ye na headmaster jitum. Se muntua ni installment. Akwa ni tua na or exams na Kewdi. So we school, that's one train we are. The results in the bar, they are blocking. And you cannot access the results.
Even from the internet.
You can't. It's blocked at WAEC. You cannot even access it.
Because of the school.
Because of the school. Now, every time we are, heard the share say, oh, be patch or see a mount peer registration. But I have backlog. School fees a cow dear. Every registration assuming 400 Ghana cedis. Meanwhile, what the car bear 1,500. Actually. It's a do that time now. Now we are churching now share a crowd watching a dear 3 years. Now I do so better and sorry. Now because the parents cannot afford tea. 3 years or buying in a beakwa because on't mean children when you was certificates. They do tembia na a teacher for Daya Wofui. You dip your hands in your pockets. A book will serve as a guarantor. Now against motivation be a member. Now what the SC was say. Several one tia motivation young fancy. And you just somewhere or now say. And uncrano. Ye copo macho no more be sunlight a picture. No more mampu. Ye copo macho. Yes, no mumra. Near come picture near registration. A ya dear bakwa, a dear bakwa, ke would make us or she ni. Se abayin ye she cry. Sa bed na abayin it may ye free. I should have also because na edu tembia ke odi. You know how we survive. But we shall cry about chena dear pa. You dip your hands and pay for the student. When ye free, a teacher for so. When ye free, a wolf for so. Now what say ye free students so? Because say we a student now control exams. You see examination pressure and then kick home. Now say you are also contemplating say you be more register near more register because we won't mean it's a burden on you the student. But say dear ya abayet me ye free hono. Keodi. It's enough justification. Say Ghana for enreso. There be a make say me so daya. I'm in the best position to explain Diana to you. We saw it under the NDC. When through the work of former president Ajikun Kufuor, and now ni jumediye so no introduce national health insurance. When NDC and Domahama and paying for say, yen yeba yebetimi aye no better. Yen yeba. Ade na eye hobida yeso ni tirimpo na wa sisa ebuama Ghana fo anya apomuden no. Eye NDC forecast say omoba they will do it better. Ke o de menewo ye de me de menemo dada. Asantemem ya na yete. Yehu hawa NDC for share that the captation a best share Santeman kon e ma Santefo breye because Diana eye ora Kufuor eson ye no. It's the MPP that stood in that position to explain Diana. But because NDC for Ghana for also J atrosema NDC kan omujitu muninti, we saw what we went through. Ene nanado and then I buy MPP abai as sondaye at the free SHS aba. Now do na buy MPP government stand in a better position to explain the die. Say ya kwaya ya ho bro adana improvement painful be share na ye din kumo say Raf ya sire mo munya adwuma no na ye manyanko SS am say offer ye nyina na ye adwuma no because obanyanko SS dia eni ye because you who be that abomu tanta Ghana for say oh national health you meet my baba ye ni ye di ma no ye your national health course so be kaya eduru me bi na wo hospital ya so be kona kiwu ni yetu cash and carry kiwu ni and a national health e kiwu ni sa utira anyi ya sa na nkofo ye o ma shaase ye ne de baaye oh ye ne shaase ye ne de baaye say ye koye mistake me nuano me maame no wo fa mo a mo manya nko free SHS ni bi no say ye koye mistake na ye dane akonya iman disifo a ke odi me dem ba enya bi me ye sure so obi wi na mo amaka no inti eno pe keke no menim sa Ghana for behwe so na watu aba ke odi ye pe o ye mpe o about why you in December no is between the MPP and the NDC. And for that matter, the candidature of John Dramani Mahama and Yera Baumia. Yewura John Mahama any opportunity to be vice president and president. Yewura Mahmoud Bawumia any opportunity to serve as vice president. Let's compare them. I don't want us to be comparing apples and oranges because they are all fruits. Let's compare when John was the vice president and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia as a vice president. The carrier of the message is equally important as the message itself. When he was there and had the opportunity to even move ahead, where are the results? Then compare. Now you say you Ghana Dutch in there, and you be when is what do and what demonstrate say really when given the opportunity he performs. And no any anymore say between these two candidates there. So we say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ho ekodi JDM achia ene ono wadi nka aka hwe so ono ya akukufun now oba 4 years is not coming back. Now ono asa request say yema ne animu ade 4 years now wadi nka aka say 4 years is not enough. Now asa say yema ne animu anhwe ya na Ghana for ya reverse. Because one thing I've realized, whenever the NDC come, you call reverse. And it's when MPP comes that we try to bring everything on board. Yeah, the bar. Now, as usual, 8 years as soon, we follow the gimmicks and nobody say they send us back. Let's compare the two candidates, what they have been able to achieve in government. Let's compare them and the policies that they stand for. Not just a shout, but indeed, any panel or council, Yensusunim who say, Asemi are walking and renti, a Teresa and obey me ayana. Then let's give them the nod. Right. And I believe between Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and John Dramani Mahama, I don't think they are equals. John can never be compared to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. He carries the key to the future.
All right.
John DNA. And if you are looking into the future, then we have to give Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia the opportunity to bring on board these ideas.
Thank you, Ralph. But Akwaba.
No, that's all.
Be saying. But just a microphone.
Who shall be a say? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Who shall be now? What's Yana? Because the menu are matching. But me a dean Kakrabe 20 seconds. Oh, they are making 1 year. I want you to tell. Or just so you put on what I said to us. I'm sorry, they made you cry as a move. Oh, they're making to our dreams.
Anyway,
sir, or as a house. The most simple exercise. So we're free area daytime. Jinasa house, I won't say so. Therefore, if you need Pomonama Montans. Oh, not share on posture. And they said, the Muslim Namo. Bon say, individually, most of them are talking to themselves. A sign of agony and pain. My sociology never catch it. To say, Usha, Ujina, who Dino, who studied Nippon and Namana, who said Nippon on Kwan and Namo, Sebi, Nagin or more dam. Now, so no Kasakasano, say them grad school fees here, baby school that has I'm saying so you see people talking to themselves. How bad the system is. How unhappy what I say, and observe, you want a man getting it. You are to can me who say, okay. Me buy and now my whole children I didn't to ground or meant my went to enter. I said, so that would be true. Who's your grounds when you and to be tried. I want you. I'm a chalky wood, I'm a sheriff. Me who nature. Now, Yancha, a busa form a brilliant tea. Make I say, I stand on all existing protocols. Going to me, Mubudin, and Tipati for Muhin. And I said, wouldn't you say a fundraising neighbors? I shan't tell you, NDC fundraising. A bustle on the Friday, if you had a oh, good in being hotel. Now, fundraising, I'm for show interest. I have your card, year ton, a penipa 300 a house. I'll be not a quenyane, Mampenina. NCBA, Busumi Nuntem, no as I can a mamping. Eddie and Kutawadi. And say, Open card, Nibina, when you be out there. Me, I will be how a businessman. Program as a country about a person contribute. Oh, dear. But more than I hear me, feel no cosifiada. Baby, I will be a Miamaba. Now, my Baba, Gina also, Yamau, take it, say, who contribute to it. Bragan, essay, or my neighbor, now my name say. Also, so, who bet me cry, we sit in the ato. I hear with your ball hole that you now on none of their accounts and say, Bragan, say, Mofo found mine and no more ball mine. Miss me the musical boy and it's me Ghana feel how in your money. And you are not just contributing to the NDC, but you are also contributing to save Ghana. Yes, sir. Say, Obibia was a penny bibia, and if you know, if you had the Kakra, Uncle Woody. Would I hope will be the senior so afraid? Oh, for me, I will be a mere barber show. Now, contribution at Akonyama than see that also contributed to NDC. Nukreni nyame animni yegusua ne Ghana fo kasa kasi yegusua NDC fo ye ne Ghana fo kasa ahobrase mu e kire Ghana fo hia se yesade NDC babi nukre amanyo sema ye obia woni party a owo nanso ebdumre bia esese ya ye nipa ye ka nukre kire ho na ye ya ade a beboa ye titiru ne oman no enti ena ye te Ghana he ope party a oni Ghana fo di nkomo na all children and news are doing niema oba obeya NDC. Memo hu senti SSD NDC ba nemu eniema NDC dia gu akwan mu ene Ghana for di hu nkomo ekoso na omudi hu nkomo no. Enyakonya bia ehiama se yesa sisu biu na ene nipa di hu nkomo na twi nipa adwen siso. The program a ye dia ba e ba ye nipa bebira so mu a omudi hu nkomo National Apprenticeship Program. A program a 2016 ye kan wan sem wo the 2016 manifesto yi. Na MPP before ba aban mu no omo attempt so omo be ye na so enam se enye omo na eye omo ni so ade hunu nti no omo aye ne basa nti asase so biom se ye ba ye the National Apprenticeship Program ba eni sen opia eti Ghana hey se me ni Raf we school na me ma dwen se me ko ntoso school ye senior high school aban wo ka bebiri obo no ene free education kra ba yi etuam school fees mami aduane amedi ni nyina na se ma dwen se me ko school so bi so ya na adwen se ono so obesua nsa no dwuma obekwa kosia de pam obekwa kosia etiye obesua organizer obesua Kumasi made empaboa ana ade bia ye de ensasua ohwe ye man wa etiye a kamya ye se o man ni njije bia fa sa nipa no osoro ya no pa no obekwa adwuma ono anasem a se obeye de no obekọ se ye de niti bekwa kohyem ono anasem a enti NDC kan ho asem wo 2020 ye manifesto nim ya sa ti su biom se ye ba ye de njije be fe National Apprenticeship Program obibia usua adwuma bia ti asem we denti awura adaka mu a se so otobo man NDC no sa program na ye de ba na ye nyenyi mu se before ko attempt ya o ma se no obibia usua adwuma bia se so we magazine ye be ba apprentice fe owo nyina no ye register mo she master fo ase nti bia master twum na register bia nkra be sedu na nkra na nyina do mato program ne so na anya coordinators ebenya district coordinators regional coordinators na ma ba around na be say usua adwuma na ni gise na o mu kra ne say busumi bia aban be say ma simple na teku kakra e da be gu phone so na o de akwadwuma eye program a e ba be hwe ma say uwie adwuma no so kra awie na pon ho a yasa bɔ mmɔden sɛ nneɛma a muhia na mode asete up so aban bɛsa contribute nti mo a musua adwuma mo brɛ ansa na makɔ osɔre anɔpa a kwan a bɛfa so a wabɛkɔ KOD ɛnam saa ahokyere ne nti no na no yɛkɔ community house to house na me kɔhyia hairdresser fo bi na me no mudi ɛma ne bi confess kyerɛ me sɛ bra ɛnam sɛ yɛsɔre ade de bɛba adwuma nti sɛbi ɛmpa twɛ basa ɛne yɛtwe kɔma me no papa anya bi ama wo so wudu te akosi adwuma wo gya ya bɛka sɛ akosi ama sɛ yɛde ne kɔsi adwuma kra wantima nsua to ne ba ho so na obi kra bɛpɛ na wo mpɛ no kra na wapene because na pa benya ska de akɔ nti sa mpra twɛ basa ne ade ne nyinaa no mpra twɛ so woni mu nsɛm bebre sa nneɛma ne nyinaa ne wa obi ha na koma mpɛ so no wɔyɛ no sɛ wo obi a wosua adwuma sɛ wosua tie sɛ wosua depam sɛ ɔyɛ hairdresser abawe ya yɛkɔto makasa abawe yɛkɔto aba de asesa Ghana destiny ɛyɛ wan kasa wɔn na me ne wodi nkomo yi wura da kanu akae sandisi fo akasa yɛ ba yɛ de nkyehye yɛ bɛba ma wo so bosom nso a wanya kakra de akɔ international apprenticeship program no KOD yɛ de ba yɛ bɛba bɛboa Ghana fo ama ɔmo a mfe bebree aban ani afiri wɔn so mo musua adwuma no na nyɛ ɔmo musua adwuma nko a master fo a aban dem beto program no so mo so mo be training kra no mo so aban wɔ stoking bia bosumi bia token akakakra bia mo so eba mo phone so na mo so mo de a hye mu nkran na motimi atraining omo enne Ghana bibia da ni adwumasua sini omo mutu kwan kra ko Middle East ni ade oni omo din ko be ka cho se wo koduru na wo nsa no dwuma ho nkyere enti obi sua nsa no dwuma wa fa de papa enti NDC a recognize mo the national apprenticeship program no mo musua dwuma eba ma ho yesa ni Ghana fo guzu edin ko mo fa 24 hour economy no yete Ghana hey se obi pese onya adwuma ya age so obi abia adwuma aban NDC ni ambi obi e ba oka me ba me bia adwuma ma manfo anya adwuma anya KOD se aban kra sha se osi factory anase company bia e be tekini be se afe anase mfie mienu ana mfie me sa kra na factory kro no wase awie obesi be wie no yese wa opesa wa apply for degree bra nti obi oni degree won ka ho ye be fa ni pompo ni bi a factory kakaka ni nyina be wuram na bi nipa best 50 bi a 30 nti se yese NDC se ye ba power ye ba ewom ye be bie enwuma de but enipa na ye pa adwuma ye no emprempre ya me no ka se nkofo awie school gu fie nya adwuma nye nti ye ka se ye ba power ni aba be see companies na companies ni wie ansa na afa nipa on be da twen for 3-4 years ansa na company no wie no afa om ehia ma se ye dwene adwen foforo sa adwen na NDC de adwen foforo aba se aden na ene companies a wo hodada private and public sectors a load wo omo so na so enam se omuni capacity ni to muntimi nya adwuma anadwo no aban fanya policy e ka se policy a e ade a aban de asina ni so a nhyehyeye ne nkratasam ne marada ho se ebia KOD Company Limited o produce book yi o ye adwuma anopa no nsia anwume no nsia na wapon aban se ye de nhyehyeye ba ama wetima ye adwuma anadwo na nya nhyehyeye tra saa enam se sa nhyehyeye ne ye de ba obefa Ghana mobuna mo manya adwuma ye ntino krata na obekra de afra amano ne aba enema wo kra inkini ne ma wo de kra na de ye book no aban be yituo ni bi afiso ama na abafo ama wo se wugitum se obeye adwuma anadwo aka ho a enkane ato a wutua no aban beto so ama na ba efo ama wo se pasa na se KOD Company Limited gitum se me so ene ade aban yemdim hu be hyem a e kire se KOD be ye adwuma anadwo obehia nipa ndi sa wuti empotemu ho no mo a straight away so kwa na do onkrata cost of so ye adwuma obenya adwuma ye eno ye immediate employment ansana ya bedwene se yenkosi factory yenkoye de benti 24 hour economy nkomo na ye di no enya ade bia ye ade chinchin bia ni nyina ne se aban beboa enwuma ne enkonkuo ne adwuma e wo hodada na aban ya hye mo aboa wo ma matima ya adwuma anadwo 24 hour economy no obi be ka se yeti a nti se o sha se o produce paper no produce ni bebre ya obeda aton yeti Ghana hai adnema ye de ye ho as oman no emu more than 80% ohamu nchichemu odo wotwe yakra de che ne se ye wo enema no ekwa wo sankie ye beto na ye ntimi produce nti ne yakra de ba nti se companies no aban so omase no produce a the market is already there ebi su kra ho a product bebre wo China produce the Ghana KOD China or 1.2 billion population and this own Chinese product via Ghana ha e che wa ton China we no dia ba dabi obi ti China o produce e de ba Ghana ne target ye Ghana in the set me build your companies no more produce betima expand to even the West African territory companies no betima expand their and the program will ensure say how I'll buy export how you get the market. That is why it's a policy. Enti mo be adwuma muni munyuma mufo ne nkasa omgo to ba man this because ye ba ye be bo adwuma no wo we school wa tena fie bebra unya adwuma nye enkoma mi di unim se ba betuma mo anya adwuma ye enu ntia no ni 24-hour economy na NDC kan wasem no ye be ma oman no ena ebedu anadwo na oman no gusu aye adwuma so oman no ye adwuma anadwo so a mabu na ewum benya adwuma ye said ye wo kwa brochi na wono na omo ye adwuma no sa pepe na tie na NDC asa akase ye ba aban mu asoafo ne aban mu mpanimfo no omwa ebetu omlight bill no water bill ke we do tie we adwuma Kessben media o light bill bosomi so a tekuni simpo a yede ma na no abi na wuyi na de to light bill no water bill obi ye abanso afo oye minister oji pay akese 25,000 30,000 adentu no want me to light bill no water bill nti president Mahama say wa kunu se sa ade no edi o man ninya na say betima boa asese am omo ati omo library no water bill intend this ba mu a so ye minister so ye MP so ye CEO say the Ghana ni bia atu na library no water bill no wa obeti our library no water bill na say sika na ye de yes ade no ye de aya de foforo a be boye nyina asoman and this asaka biem say ilebia yakofa be say yekon mu a e ba ye Ghana for madaroma mugina yachi e ma ye kan wasem kan na so na do ne ba omia ban chinchina o mo de aba ye ne wo send this car wo tia na do ne ba omia so ati and this am ya tete so o mo ba sa 11 ura da kanum a wo to ma John Mahama na utwa 11 so a vote for John Mahama is a cancellation of 11 obi anim say nya to ma NDC pe yesika ho ato no we yefon so yesend dia antibium and this asaka say omo ko training college ni ade no aba din so we bia ba obi brain ho ko school ko school na ye bi obi bia ko ya ne practicals ye teaching awon ni bibia wia so ko kira ade no na aba say fe bi la nhyɛ exams no mo da ba beto o tro sa exams na se wan pass ya obetima tena fie de wo na onya adwuma nye and this say yes e be ma a teacher for license na mum yem fanka omadisua ne ho so it should be part of their curriculum to be real school na to license that na afia wako school awia ye project work akoye teaching practice awia sasa aban mo adwuma ye na so be bo ma me na wabusuafo no ana yakofa exams be betena se be tro na utro wi akase wa felinti untimi nkokira de enti lanche exams no ye betwam enye licensing because ye de beka curriculum no ho awia onsa beka on license and this asa kan biom say nuanu a omadi dem say be ye friend omo physically challenge no say ye ba utimi mia wani na utimi pass SHS pe ento so ku bia be ku bia ye free eno say manifesto page 32 ewum opa meet mark kan cho 2022 and only last idea ke wodi me 2020 and this manifesto ye kutami page 32 to want me the asterisk to
phase 1 and phase 2
opa kan na me the asterisk
now was phase 1 and phase 2
kan na bi obi anka say
repeal the Public University Act
the asterisk to home
provide free tertiary education for persons with disability. Also, we NDC manifesto, jobs and prosperity.
Revise edition.
Abridged version. All right. Revise edition. You call the specific things we are studying.
Obi asabi. What did them? Ana oya physically challenged. So who rather come akai? Say auto abama this year obeko nursing training free obeko teacher training free obeko university free ya kan 2020 ya saka biom se ya ba ya bebo nti we ni nhye ya ne ahodo a ya de agukon a ya ne Ghana for edu nkom nti ya ba biom a ya be kire enema bibifo abeya nti se ya to abati ba we de mi gina enema NDC dia to Ghana for enema ahobrasem ya ne omudi nkom so omwe so no mta ba
Bedasipi Patrick Kwame Tua na otere nkanam yes, I'm coming to China. Nkasa na yenhwe media review, budget review no na yenhwe. Mention say from Rafo na yenhwe. Ne certain expectations were met. Was he satisfied with what the finance minister ever really trying? And that's not bibi wo ho na wo sen ko ya wanye. Raf, mami tio.
Yeah, Kodi, mami and you see just a minute within my own time. Na far and 10 near maybe. Okay. Kodi, siminu etua Casadon. Say when quite in NDC for about there, then they don't have any problem. Because national apprenticeship. See, I mean, no Cassie. Why? National apprenticeship. As you speak, you go further. I can't do him say me wo adwuma, Meet me a fat any part two. So mo meboa mo adwuma no. Na bosumi bia why etuomuka. As you speak, hey yenuanom kai ede na ya mo. Yenuanom kai now. Omusu adwuma. Once omusu adwuma no, every month they are paid. They are giving money. Omu hia set up. And near more here was on the starting yes, I more free. This program model why ye da I yenuanma omu ye mason yenuanma carpentry omu nyina they benefit from this system. And as a we master now we jitum say obefa yenuanum ya chiro madea. Once every month we give you money. These policies are there. It will name them for be a farmer. You see, every time be na yenuanum this 24-hour economy. You see, obi anywhere I would choose say adwuma beba o man. But ye niyama be here and sana ye de fata. The issue here is that KOD edu Christmas nobody tells a tailor and ask him to say bon night. So one now for tailor for at the palm for edu Christmas or me bon night. I didn't know bon night. The demand is there.
We also may induce.
So until
they will induce demand.
So in Chebia, we wanted to yemfa tariff and to enema beer. You was substitute our Ghana.
Okay, the idea.
Say what the taxes to so. Now enema ne boy dia. The probability say people will take advantage of the substitute is there. It is this same minority that stood against it. And I catch you maybe a criminal. Now obi ebe ye no ofrebuse neba. Who's one loading in so or the bene papa ye no mami. As you speak, Ghana, a dear back 1D1F. I mean Sakapa in so abu. Now we're talking about Tibet. Me no wo shoes are ye kan ho asem say ye pese ye shoe. Master, opa ye mfa Doom Street so. Be who Ghana made shoes me bring. But you rather buy China there. Why? The finishing. Until you say. So I so obey and son Juma there. Uncle Tibet. So that he polish his skills. It will baba out no. Why ya dear no 2 on 1. And more team cross a China there. That's the level that we are going to.
Okay.
It is a number we inquiry. Now Obia ono say nursing training allowance. Teacher training allowance. Me from money, me from machina. Was not 10 years around say me my scholarship to tertiary institutions. But me didn't get. Hey, 7th
people with disability.
7th February. But me I say people with disability on the University free. Who say Tema or they or see regional. Now me musa say
revise
because NDC manifesto there. Keldy, revise edition 1, revise edition 2. Okay, I don't be a first one now. Page your back and new.
Okay.
Obehu ono de ne dia mo agbo sechin. On say revise 3.
Somebody I know about
revise 3 now. But the truth is that you see, na me commercial say me say the other message neighbor is equally as important as the message. Because of former president, the position as a former president, the few team abayne high man. Insuo abayne tuaka. Light what abayne tuaka. Was me ba me ma yetwam. Leadership by example. I was expecting him to say, oh, mining Niska. Yeah, me tifie da who tua me kamebiri. Enti sadia henceforth me light bill, me water bill, me telephone, ni na me twam.
And all kind of they also refer to Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia taxes are hold no so say oba on betwem because it's a government that is in power. I don't know want to no a reference for the former president.
Enti na me start early on if you remember me can say now we are comparing John to Mahmoud Bawumia where John has had the opportunity to be president. And you see, so there's a social contract between the two man. It is at the end of the day, I say no. I had a contract with the people who voted for me.
Okay.
So my decisions, I was saying, the omo pay and I omo pay, but at the end of the day, it ends up on me. So you may advise me, but I take the final decision.
So the former president can also be advised, and he will take the final decision because Onusu media bang. So be dear.
Why former president? Why president?
Or can there? Some there's reference. And the meeting. I'm just here to prove what
who say. And he said, your light bill and our water bill, and my bedroom paying for. Meanwhile, he's enjoying it. So leadership by example, just say, man, who's the side you were born, my nigga? As you speak, I'm enjoying it. I'm dropping it. To show some me bar, I did not make canoe.
Let me hear.
But what that pop the job? Some to mommy, me boy say, yeah, mom. Meanwhile, the man is enjoying it now.
First man, me call Patrick. I feel budget
budget review.
David, my man will answer. Maybe I'll come back to you. Kwame.
I'm telling you,
you see, Casa. I'm not sorry about that. The proper issue. Yes. Yes.
I'll tell
you see. President Mahama, no crack, what dig Ghana soda. And nothing as yes, I didn't baby. If he said, if you ask him, Penny Foster, what do you want to know? This is what I did. Oh,
rough Jack Manacasa.
If you Penny Foster, Sankofa Inchi, President Mahama, what track on Yana soda. Nothing about be a Ghana, Gina, you hear the power. If it's a president, yes, because Oba, on Shahan, son of Wako, or Teacher Crown, I can tell you on authority say there are foreign investors, and now was a president Mama on Tanagana. Nina international community we have over that connection in that. And the woman Tagana for Beko to about 7 December, the man or Tanawanko Bush will be said, na do it, we son on that here, say, Debbie, when you dada. And the way we need an experienced person right from onset. He will start putting things in place. And John Muhammad, this time, there's an experienced person who is waiting. That in itself is a blessing. Again, what's the president Mama light bills? It is on paper. So be a former president and one president Mama on Abayi as we speak, or on one personal house. And there's no record that say about the child library. It is only on paper say, oh, we are former president and see a show. But on the channel, the on the TV. On the tree. Yes, Mammy silence. And once I'm by Emma, Madame Joyce Bawa Motai, every issue statement to President Mahama or not settle on the bills. I can look for the document and number public knowledge. The issue is that
what happened to say or your statesman, what president, that's what the country was a fan. And I'm not a
constitution in a he issued a statement. Oh, issue statement. Let the Bible clarify that. Now again, President Mahama say, Abana Yakotune 7th December. There are 2 years. The better now to be started from 7th January. Or say from 7th January, Onya 2 years. Obia, or ya Bamu, Nipe Bia, Channel Library in Waterby. What's for your MPP? You know, near elections. My own mistake. Do you agree, say, Abamu Kofo to Library on Waterby? And I'm only a yagin. What's it, John Mahama? Time I know Abamu. On the library, what I you chairman, Onu Kwase with this uncommon. At least, also open to me, so you have a fair opportunity to candidate for Kai. My own must stand say, and this for say, baby, on my Nijana, who try any attempt to Ghana woman. I never come by their release Ghana and say, yes, I spended it child light bill, no water bills, my ministers in Adeno. A more na mo man no hin ha na dis kana ya de foforo
and almost say
more as MPP. What is your position? What is your position on that? Say mo so the NDC for ne Ghana e to Ghana for animu ni enti mi busa ora for say mo. So do you agree?
Oh, say
Oba Obeka.
Baby, we are moving on to the budget.
What is their position on it?
Okay.
NDC for say Ghana for motion NDC for yakase yeba ministers MPs CEOs abamu mpanimfo nyina obi abetua the library in Waterby MPP for no omo yehu say asama NDC ka no omo ne ya agya no omo ba omo koso de Ghana sika say no omo ho. Let's know your position. State position. No, if you're able to state your position, Ghana for better say you no why and we deserve some to man. But why won't me can we there? And I me dey na maka na beka say want me nye omoboa and John Mahama krawa jibida. No. Going forward, what is your position on it? Just wrap up. Ghana for Madam Roma, Mubuaye, Emma Yakachre or Mose 11 MP, how are your MPs? Estande, Jina Ghana for a chi, the for a chief fight 11 sa. Alaji Mahmoud Baumia on the Kofa 11 Bayan. Or Takunyaso be seen there, or say a vice president, head of economic management team. And that's what I'm upon the statement, A4 sheet. Who can some of the A4 sheets in a year to free Yakwaso? Some of the A4 sheets from the to free accounts in the Basa, if you know, 11 Chum. Was say yentia sa go do December ni anko to ba ma no ori ni wi a do mama so betwam ntino onu so ba onu so betwam
thank you. One message at 550537333933 0537333933. You move on in your budget statement. We saw a question about the budget. Say, were you satisfied with what the finance minister presented here? Or expectations, were they met? Or Bibi Woman also work on one can. Now say to you, everything is okay. Ralph, and something about specifics. 10 minutes.
Okay. You see, it's a review. So he goes over a near okay, media, okay, so obey. Mostly they are indices. Mostly, or they a guide you man who say if you're on track or not. Until when you are reviewing, you compare the indices and indicators are all set up before back the new fiscal year. No, to hear indicators now and the guide you man who say if you're on track or not. And one of the best indicators are. I think Amir who say we're on track is that despite the challenges, just last week, GRA, actually said they've met their revenue targets for mid-year, which I think he also stated, I think 0.2% or so, despite all the challenges. Actually said we are doing something right. After so, share your growth rate. I say IMF. Among my benchmark and indicators to justify scanner or the MIN. At one point in time, they were not so sure. Say your growth rate now your cassette, you beat me enya. And it got to a time that they gave us 1.5. By December, we were able to get 2.9. So there was a need to revise it to 3. Okay. And as we speak, the growth rate shows that the indicators are and near my to a pen say you bet me your former your president said during COVID time we may not have the opportunity to resurrect people on bill, but resurrecting the economy we have what it takes, and the indicators everything shows that we are doing things right. And the finance minister kind idea I think it's positive. I think about MPP are buying on me say. When there's the need for us to admit the challenges, from the president up to the last person, we say it as it's supposed to be said.
Always?
Yeah.
Always?
Oh, some hey.
Is it always? Maybe question was, is it always?
So, when there is the need to say it as it is.
When there is the need.
We say it as
Thank you for the qualification.
We say it as it is.
Okay.
And he said, and be you see, say, he will tell you. Enema way any way enema and they want me inquiry.
You might admit a certain my thing.
Obviously, the president himself has admitted. But all admitting was say and near ma ye day to acquaint to make sure say we survive and take advantage of whatever that we have within our food as a country. And near ma ye who throughout the presentation or it just really we are on track.
Agade is convinced they're more canomati because maybe for room.
Okay.
So I listen to what people say. Me tell the amount for car. We are convinced say in the moment they should bear with you. And I say they are agitating say mama nema ya den dodo. Means also for room. What to be?
Yeah. I can say me better me tihaya KOD. I will never tell you say any memory. I will never tell you say dear the expectation of the people has been fully met. From your leadership up to me, Obiaka. But your catch Ghana for say, and ye memoir ye ding. But ye boy a home more ding said ye beya, and ye member Emery.
Okay.
And ye day, and near my ye dare to acquaim to make sure. Example, we said now, even though it's an election year, but we are not going overboard. We are not spending beyond what we have told Ghanaians. Say, this is how much we're going to spend. And he said it. Yeah, the check system, to the extent, say, if you compare this year and election year, that's our bit may reducing the budget, the spending by 21 billion. It's just say he's serious about what he's doing.
Okay.
Because under normal circumstances, Kwabena say election year, on account projects are and young Cassie a bear cry. Because we think say it's an election year, we have to win votes. But yeah, projects anyhow. But what demonstrated say, even though it's an election year, because of the promise, Ghana for no, we are living within our means. Na no mum and our facilitating ama inflation nanka skyrocketed for some years ago. If you see, it has been steady. The rate, the dollar rate that in Chebia na gallopy, it has been steady. Inflation, apart from we admit, inflation 30%. Now we are around 22, which is positive. Even though that was not what we were expecting there, but it's positive because now actually I say, and near me Johnny said ye na aircon. Now saying Johnny said the aircon near ye near my year, then there's a probability say and near my beba from Nagana for you now. Okay. It's Yanka said PBI okay, but the indicators actually say gradually we will get there. Every time we are quick to say we attribute everything to COVID, we attribute everything to Russia-Ukraine war. Yeah, we are in the political space, and for that matter, what happens everywhere affects us. Once Ghana, there's no point in time that we are being self-sufficient. We are budget, everything. So whatever happens everywhere has an effect on Ghana for. UK for yastic. Kodi, you follow them. In the next 3 years, in the last 3 years, how many prime ministers? How many finance ministers? And on Master. Just recently, Prime Minister Okopa came natural say, no conduct elections for. Why? He attributed it to the COVID situation. When Mahama goes out, he's quick to say COVID effect. Oh baby, but over Ghana there, I say no, that's not how it is. But the effect of COVID is not only on Ghana, and for that matter, your global setting and to NASA. Let's compare our system to also Nigeria. What's going on now? Now Nigeria $1 is 2,500 now. Previously, it was $1 to 400. Within bare 4 months, Shebebia Edu. It's just a BB and Ama sa effect way in a bias. So Ghanaians should be assured that a Niema SEC, because of Niema SEC or other countries are any effect on us. We are trying our best as a government to make sure say effects no ebeba form. We are trying our best say effects are anywhere so no embro yeso maniema ɛnsɛe koraa so ɔmunya abotre wɔ your system ne mu now ubusa obia the quick effect that they will tell you is $1 and its effect on the economy KOD and near minister a catcher or say now enche bia syndicated cocoa loans ebeba system yenya SS yenya council from IMF the na ewo se eba no ECOWAS International Bank and so ebe support middle omo ye adwuma middle income for no enti se wow we what adwin bi say ye call election year ye call December and for that matter dollar ho be ye din enti okoto abegu botoma ke odi okoto abesia ke odi ya hwe kaka because said the air kono dollar no so ebeti dollar no so tia you know say it will affect wo ene ma me bra ye no so and you know say dollar no so tia the impact will be felt everywhere and ye nyina said the pese economy ne ye no ebe Kwabena Owusu but emre bi atwa mu no ke odi enka ene minister be review budget enka manfo hodi o enka omode ne masie enka wo filling station obedu ase ni atwo no fuo obedu ani atwo no fuo but because any power Ghana for confidence in the system no you don't see sa na man biom because they know say it's a review and nothing else is going to happen and adia ba ko minister na ya why adia so ne security who say there was no any other tax ya increase tax
additional tax
be ama
but people were expecting say some of the taxes will also be some of the taxes away
or some of them incoming president Kwabena who say
oba
obeyi free ho and enye nwanwa so kind nuisance tax ya pa ye ni na free
omso hu bi omde ni
taxes are ye Kwame mode to condom so
most mu nuisance taxes
are Kwame mode to condom so nyina ye ba ye free ho no ekuafo se kan a Kwame mode taxes to so nyina ye free ho but you see edo tambia aya de me pay free Kwame mo ho ne say you tell us say tax we a nuisance ye ba ye be ye free ho when ye be ye said ye be ya tax na ye free no Ghana for effect you don't tell us because you see situation demands at times that you take certain actions and you're palatable to ye now but as time goes on you be use any money in afro so that ye na ye ho better as man because to be honest if you KOD say if ye taxes in afro na KOD bosomeso now we are unable to pay me no KOD ayeti here we run back to the same government and complain if it has become necessary say I want to ye fair mu nti ye massa taxes we enwo ho no say the be ya ye de be dan ye ho asoman na emre pemu no when we think say bibia stabilize ya ebi ne your friend say to na ye ka ho ase it got to a time Ghanaians were complaining and my boy de ho kira ba usan foka driver no so say to e beji mo kwan so nti sade a ene me so matu yes no for the time being yenyi to ni free ho no now that we realize say no in place of the tone no de ani age no we can still come back with the tone you know minister aka say enche bia ye the tone beba but this time no about an improvement of the previous ones near drain say we do baby I try to be and the traffic bar omo no omo jeje no omo nye omo account on it wall now the day ban you see an improvement I be boama Ghana for nyina I be jatum say really the reintroduction has come to help us.
All right, but that's it. Mami Kwame ho na minti ono so opinion about the mid-year budget review. Kwame, were you satisfied?
Dada.
Oh sir. Until any expectation be a meeting.
Ade fufuro bia ni ho a exercise.
Sir.
Dada na in fact wasama Ghana for ra ho more.
Anything.
If you say you dey Ghana ba MPP 2016 and 2017 what that so me buy. na eka Ghana di nyina if you Kwame Nkrumah so besi John Mahama na 122 billion 122 billion ka Ghana de enu nti se ubon kompon ekọ achi a niam wa Ghana nyina na ewo mu na konfano achi ata na konfano achi ho ata na Kolebu ho ata na Accra International Airport ho na all niam na wa Ghana kese ni nyina no na ye ka ya bo no was 122 billion. In fact, John Mahama time, you who KGT market, you who all the hospitals I can see spread there across, you who circle Dubai, any Nema project in Nina. Who can any atamils canning Kofo can be abuma 922 billion. And the finance minister say you cannot do 742 billion. Kodi. Oyamuchi. Dabi arewo abusafo Ghana for
the nchemu buy.
Dabi
your oche say
Ghana for
inflation level no cost no
why na inflation no why na so depreciation of the cedi why na so
na masa ne ma wo nyina
ensem na odi yi ni ho ano no why na so
okay
you see mo say John Mahama obusa say John Mahama ba be den unim MPP for no just 2020 unim mo campaign message for more for nana okay omo ye hu t-shirt nyina for more for nana e mana na do 4 years ene John Mahama so be di 4 years and John Mahama 4 years no dey ba be there na 4 years be change 4 years no 4 years be change 4 years continue so say I no so say bro be you were no the bottom line that you were calling for 4 years na mo calling for 4 years for nana do nyesa mo dey ye hu t-shirt nyina for more for nana mo tra mo to for more for nana and John Mahama so ba be di 4 years as go for na just last 3.5 years. No, mo 4 years, say 4 years here then. They have 4 years in your can one up 4 years. Omo ka kire so mo ba mo the 100 days e be se Ghana alaji ba me awon guy. Now 100 days you wasn't care o the be se Ghana. Now 4 years the entimi panya we. That is the MPP for you. To Ghana for who say omuni asem bia. Now back on asema na make am. From 122 billion ebusafo omo the cost 742 billion. Kewodi. For calculator 122 ni free 742 ni o dey fan say me mass ni bi na so wo ye no you 200 billion free so o dey 122 no for 80 ka ho na you 200 billion I just say 500 billion and o mo dey be ka ho in 7.5 years
122 as against 740
Until me say
640.
And me say what there? So me per se. Me yama no yes simple.
There be yeah accurate one.
No, I just wanted to be fair. Hello, Okasana. Me da wasi. And the 640 billion. Ghana for amutie me. Afi hu die ntia. Afi and be makasa abawe. Yan koto no tribalism biom. Yam koto no say na here dey asantifo na here dey MPP biom yam to no say abani biom ye koto based on issues it's issues ni bi na metric Ghana for just so anyway say omo dey say 640 billion and aka ye ka ho in 7.5 years. Look around you wa wo hwe me say John Mahama mama santre mu biom John Mahama mfie 9 no project akese community day schools circle interchange hospitals ni nyina no John Mahama added 54 billion. Into that time also the any count 188 billion. The mama 4 years now. He who say project akese ni nyina no. He added 54 billion. In this case will be the 640 billion account one. What is your expectation? Ghana ni awhwe me. There now they imagine say Ghana to saying. Come on time can free Kumasi kwa nkran. Kaya te say ufri New Jersey you go New York no. Efa high 12, efa high 12. Oh that be with the kind of money they have spent. That is the kind of development that will have at least convinced us.
Hold on. They analyzing no based on projects, based on your expectation, based on the inflation, based on the dollar rate, based on everything, based on percentage wise. Near here.
And I make us say project there. Project bien who about me there market 740 billion. Because especially when you know John Mahama project akese o ye ya near friend no building the nation. John Mahama jina na nam dakope a commission 5 community day schools our central region. John Mahama Ashanti region I am to about more no 10 new community day schools. Me no ka say emu ba ko 6 and craft muko school Agric Enzima Adobera Pakoso, Adujama, Apeja, and offensive Kwamu 6. As we speak now, Otra Abofona Okwa, there's a community day school, Yabi, and Gratimuku schools. I want to hear him. So, 10 community day schools from NDC, from Ashanti region, Guam, Adadjo Mahama, 6 and Gratimuku school. Sa development, Kessia, Ubesona, Circle Dubai, Ubehu, Legon, teaching hospital, Sa project, Kessia, Huninano, Busafumuntemio, John Mahama, the 54 billion penaka account. And then enumerate finance minister of parliament abaye budget review or catch there say omo de cannot do 740 billion. Say what NDC 122 ni free manager say busan for you dey 640 billion. Any etimi. Any busan for any. NDC cast yes say MPP a. Enye say bibia ye can track ko. Akofo na be bomb man na say o man unim. Ene mitia na me say eh and then the Omaka no crab back. Party for food and jobs. Some buy now this attractive program bia yakoju hunska from Canada. $120 Canadian dollars. Ake de babe into agriculture. On buy no be pay din bi to start planting for food and jobs. And no implement it. Eja ye NDC for ye because na ka ade e babe. And no say sign no so omo kwa kosi omo going to serious omo ko do aburo ni ade. And aburo bag is saying. Finance minister and there was so much spending 2.9 billion Ghana cedis on planting for food and jobs. Mami for modo eburu, mo amudi eburu ye aduane, mo amoye dokono ne banku. Me pa cho eburu boy say after spending 2.9 billion on eburu. Poultry farmers amuto eburu, eduhwe mo nkoko ene momoa. Me pa cho ene eburu boy say after so much spending 2.9 billion. Again, and this time, cocoa careful. And then I may just say at least come fair to us. No one announce a new price for cocoa because this is our budget. To make Maka say, oh, per the expectation of cocoa prices, ya to cocoa muko same because so kwa manonia cocoa bag bako 80 million 100 cedis there cocoa bag bako 8,100 on the international market. Now na kwa kufa do na alaji baumia. Etua 2,070 Ghana cedis. Ghana for muntio na muntwa boni akofo yidi entire ye nyina se yakwakoto abati omo. Koko no bag ba koko kwafo mu amu kutokuom kata atwa enyina sa be ye den hia ye ya muntie mu asem nie. Koko bag o de kwa brochira 8,000 Ghana cedis plus e bi kra sa da chiri. Omutua 2,070 Ghana cedis pe ena ma wu koko kwani no. Na ba omia na na do afa 6,000. Kwapasi abowe nto be busa se atia na mo NDC for no tama mo ho no na koko ni boy sen tama ye ho power na koko bag ba ko on international market na ye 719 Ghana cedis na ye NDC for ye tia 475 cedis na koko kwani no o de buy into percentage a ye 66% na kwa kufa do ne ba me o mu tia 25% for koko kwani ni sika nyina. Can you imagine say me to ade me a mimi ko afuom kotin hasuo ekodo kotokoko ne begu aboye ebo ehata mimi wotokoko ne bag wo me ho 2,070 Ghana now wakoto na abontin 8,000 Ghana cedis. Can you imagine this? And the time na yete say yes finance minister ba parliament oba be review no apa bit ma feature ye fen ajanimu koko ano odo to ya no say Kwame ene de minim say ye de ya betu koko na mse ade also finance minister ba parliament to mu wie ya no fra me ni buafu was ko fo ni papa ni fo to ma tun afa bia kan wa yen because ene nyanko panda roma eni bia ba akura bia so ko hono ma mo ba fo ho enti say papa ne kwa na say bi wan ko school a o fra ne ba ya otum say kwaku empesem hu world cocoa price for a bag on beka mostly omoya ne tons enti ton bia so no I say 16 bags and do calculate ton now dividing it by 16 ubehu one price of cocoa
ton 20 bags 50 kg.
Okay, it depends on the bag. And he said who divide no by data. Remember on the average price per bag. Now, and come on say, oh, much your price no. Opa obet match aki. Yes, minimum the American. I know what I'm talking about. So cocoa bag bako and now I'm on abruchiri 8,100 Ghana cedis are there. Omo told the mako on beto free cocoa kwani no 2,070. Say this time I can cocoa nam 6,000 Ghana cedis. Then tell me Kasa say time. Now 719 Ghana cedis. Near 475 na cocoa kenino. And to the different na say can this in a tap so I can now do 8,000 no and Kasa near them cocoa kenino. What about the budget? Omanka who wants
cocoa bag ton bag where is it?
8,100. Yes. And no 2,070 Ghana cedis.
And
currently cocoa bag.
Well, what I have here is 33,120 Ghana cedis per ton.
Per ton. So divided
16,500
David.
And not David.
Your calculation is totally wrong. It is totally wrong. Totally wrong. I am giving you this. I am giving you facts. When your issue and then you ever discuss the cocoa politics. You discuss every figure I am giving you here. 2004. Every figure I am giving you here is accurate.
Mate.
And I'm not missing words. I am sure of what I'm saying, and that is the credible source I'm there on. And yet, I know what I'm talking about. I know this platform. And I'm still repeating. As we speak, one bag of cocoa on the international market is 8,100. Government is paying 2,070 Ghana cedis to the cocoa farmer. I have repeated it to make master cross check it. Now, you had the Ghana man before. Almost on Bible corrected and Nema Nanya Ghana at the time. Nema Ben and Nanya. Now inflation is 15%. And unti, you told them almost say, Omra inflation ye. And now I know to I can say it is over 20%. You had the Ghana mono. Na Emabuna Omunya Jumanye, because it is unemployment. Now 7%, and now 14%. Yade Ghana mono. Now dollar 4.2, and now 14 Ghana cedis. Yade Ghana mono. Now interest rate around 27%. After the time, now government to cry about we borrow government to borrow 36%. And it's about one thing. Then around 45% interest rate. And the abaya yade man be before no. Not a single economic indicator. One baku saying in 7.5 years, no buy or make year. Not even one. Say, oh, yeah, the man large about me. You see, we are economics in our senior, when the economics, when my daddy or buy, with my correct one single economic indicator, another mama time, nay. That is why we need to bring your mama back. Because your mama na enyeno, na inflation 15%. Your mama na enyeno, na dollar 4.2. Your mama na enyeno, na unemployment rate is 7%. And this is how they compare and now this will be on kind of credit. Straight away, you won't say there be. You need this for na year. Of course, now you need. Until now you do on then you have every right. Says that opportunity. Be say Kotwaba. Now papa na the time. What 54 billion per. All these monumental projects, you know, or that's so why. You have found Komo Bia. What about inflation? Go 54%. Abba say Ghana. And as we speak today, and then say name mu crash. I say stabilize. Me revisit IMF when they manage economy. And now I know can say IMF is managing Ghana's economy. Bibi ebia o man say teacher for na ko kire o enye o mountains na mo nye the na Alhaji Bawumia o ye lectures nko 20 on IMF condemning the undeserving thing yakọ IMF and then ono so akọ IMF aye debt exchange program eno gba na ku Ghana for no debt exchange program no as say say bro for am kan am just say we I'm just say we say debt exchange program abusan for bro for kan kan yet Ghana sana on ba announce say omo amdo musika agba aban bosia on say bia wotu hoyi wonya musika bia ho dwo aban wo bonda ofro tuntumi kotobi a na bia wodo sika 10,000 Ghana cedis akotobi na aban no akonsese say okay busumi bia no ensihu bia 5 million beba 500 Ghana no akoyi dia didi tiniba beberebe omo sika se bi omo nya de bia omo de ya na sika no ho dwo no eno na omo de ye yesi afidi mo na on ba announce say ensihu na nka ba na manfo akoyi didi no emabium and no mom do sika kotobi ni say hey ene yese bi anya nto aban for sika man aban na sidabi sika to so me fama ma spreading it 10 years tieni yo na first year me ma 10% sika ya ma 5% sika na she enti nipa Ghana fo ebi mu ye pensioners ebi mu ye mpanimfo a omani afi ebi anyanya stroke awuwu That is how wicked these people are.
Thank you very much, ask the NDC man to read their manifesto, page 69, paragraph 2, to clear what they mean about the cancellation of NSS and teacher license examination. I'm Pugasti, watching live from Kwabena Owusu in the Senate West District. And Pugasti Netro Challenge at the Kwame. Thank you. Thank you very much, Medasi. We also say, Honorable Chief Soso, future MP from now. Good evening, Jumera Keudi. In fact, talk is cheap. So my brother Kwame Tria and ex-President Mahama can build castles in the air because they believe that Ghana can easily forget the past. We urge Ghanaians to continue to rally positively behind President Akufo-Addo and Dr. Bawumia-led government. Kindly tell the NDC guy to stop his propaganda. Okay, one for Diamba. Good evening, Kyodi. One for Diamba. TK BBNE Enso EDB Abrayan. The TK Ekenyane say, if you want to know who is super arrogant, kindly check the IEA debate with Mahama and Nanado and see how arrogant Nana Opoku Ajiman did when it was Akufo-Addo's turn. Kindly search for the IEA debate. TK BBNE. All right. TK Dia or the brain Enyumri and so. And good evening, sir. I say, and your panelists. MPP calls us a lot as Ghanaians. Imagine as professional nurses completing since 2020, 21, 22, and we are unemployed. Even some of us, our parents, thought we failed our NMC exams. Nanado and Bawumia don't care about the ordinary Ghanaian. What they think is to break the eight. Any seriousness will not vote for corrupt, loot, and share family and friends. I pity my Ghanaians. Per the huge amount of money we paid in school, still, we are suffering under NPP. NPP, never again. Sajian, Tifite, okay. Ono, Edia, Ode, Abrain, and so, I don't know. I'm Junior from Mampong. I am a full MPP guy, but I'm highly disheartened in MPP under Nana and Bawumia administration. It's highly deplorable to compare Nanado to JM. Ashanti Regional Minister could not tell us even 5 major projects in Ashanti region within 8 years. Also, the Audia Brain and Yumri and Good evening, Kyodi. I like the government, but I'm not impressed with the agri sector. I expect them to acquire bigger lands to plant variety of foods. They can get about 1,000 acres of land to plant different food items like maize and yam. Imagine the number of tubers of yams that can be harvested on 1,000-acre land. The maize too can be planted 2 times or 3 times a year. And imagine the number of tons of maize that can be harvested. The food can be used to feed the schools. I'm Odi from Akokwamong. Okay. Odi so Edia Odia Brain and so I don't know. Good evening, Kyodi. DMB can't help us because YE is not in Senate East. It's a lie. These MPP people are lying to as Kapu Senate East. All right. Yeah, that's it. Also Odia. Ode Abba and so and we have maybe a media natural to doing our train. We have maybe a media natural. NDC doesn't have any good policy. Please, that NDC guy is a liar from Philip in Otu region. Your ideas is to win. We know you, the NDC member, Aputo, NDC and Mahama. Man, remember that coronavirus came to Ghana. Yes, we know coronavirus came to Ghana. Also, Ode Abrain and Enyumri and so I don't know. Let me take some from here and then we come back. Hear some specifics about the budget. Hey, a time no cool. But we'll try to do as is supposed to be done. Enti ababe gumbe bre. Minya sure se meti miya kaini na ye. Wow. Enti mamemfa we na afimenka be 5 bi wa hana fe yento. So champion ka okuchi electricals. Say Atonsi Station. It's unfortunate in Parliament yesterday when the Speaker of Parliament walked away members Member of Parliament for Seriri also, Honorable Kwekwe Friye. Let's have decency and patience in the House of Parliament. Regards to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe, Odunho Kwekwe Apia, and lawyer Nana Ejay Bafwe, MP-elect for Menshia. Good evening. Why always MPP and NDC? Are they the only political parties in the country, or there is a criteria for choosing the political parties? They should avail themselves. We are ready for them. That is it. Good evening, Mr. Kiudi. My name is Prosper from Odumase Krobo. Everything shows that NDC is not an option. Dr. Bawumia and Dr. Opoku Prempe are the best to lead Ghana after our legendary President Nana Akufo-Addo. It is possible. Greetings to my incoming MP, Simon Kweku Tete, Project Master. Okay, that's good evening, sir. Since independence, no government comes close to the monumental success chalked by Nana Dankwah Akufo-Addo. He is the first president in Ghana's history to introduce policies that spread the national cake and development. Greetings to Dr. Gideon Boakon, PC, for Tano North, where Alexander the Great from Yamfo Ahafo. I think the MPP guy has nothing tangible to say. Look at the economy now, and you are here having mouth to even talk. Bakona on the party, mankind. I doubt if you have no, I know so cry mankind. Anyway, but the only try to run the mankind useless government to you. Okay, yeah, that's it. All right. Who told the MPP man? Oh, they come back on the non wedding. That is to him. That's what I say. We told the MPP man that the election is between MPP and NDC. God forbid. Who told the MPP man that the election is between the MPP and NDC? God forbid. Alan Cash will come. Kepoku Aguna Bepwa. Okay. Also, dear no. Into more NDC and MPP Wahano. Alan Cash is coming. Free SHS is a big time policy which Bahama attests to it. From Albert Martin Teshi, the products of Dr. Okoboy in the Lojokuku constituency. Good evening, Mr. Host. I'm Ishak from Techiman, Mamprusi line. John Mahama's intention to cancel the FSHS education policy is true because someone who said he won't invest 2 million into the policy is now telling us that he will add private schools. Anyway, say Ike Watebubu or say good evening. The NDC communicators talk as if they have not governed before. Are we not in Ghana when Mahama told the youth that he is not a magician to create employment for the youth? Please ask the NDC man to mention any one social intervention in their 8 years in government. Bawumia all the way. But say Ike Ewo Atebubu and Odiwe Ebayo. See the General Secretary Extraordinaire, say Raf, the economy that has educated almost 6 million Ghanaian children in SHS cannot be said to be worse than the one that could not even provide chalk to schools. Breaking the 8 is highly possible with DMB from Okunini Kweku Puku Esaso Ena Odiwe Abba. Right, so let me ask specific questions from this time. I say free Kwame Ho. Na. I'll give you 2 minutes each. Okay. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Summarize,
in 2008, the total debt Ghana 9.8.
In 2008. Aye.
9.8. And MPP Befane
120.
122. Into percentage increase.
How many percentage? 9.8.
9.8.
And I call 122.
122.
And I was doing 122. I call 742.
Oh, it would have a percentage. No, I say we are. No, I say 9.8. And now ending up in 122. And we are see monumental projects. What's monumental project? Me and Metia Kropon. What's the effect of Dubai? Cycle Dubai on me.
Indirectly, you may
what's the effect
indirectly you may have an effect
on me.
Yes, indirectly.
And what's the
indirectly because
and we are talking about, you see, when NDC is quick to say Mahama my 10 community day schools. You see, the entire community day schools, the number of classrooms is 18.
Block
the entire community day school.
24.
The entire.
Yeah, 24.
I hate for the 24. Now, as we speak, Kokas, when you're 18 units, classroom, and don't go a community day school. Come to us 82. Your 24 unit classrooms, attend one community day school, and across Ghana, there's no school or experience here. It's not what was the NDC expecting. Young fan kwasi and would to say, drop on so. Omukwasi BC up to now. Student be minkum because the first students I do 74 of them omu in Nigeria school. And no na NDC for expecting ye be ya answer them. Project very monumental. Monumental project be na chair agenda 111 in the history of this country. At what point in time and a government that may initiate infrastructure it will constitute this magnitude? Hospital. In all this 122 billion that John Mahama brought in, made me was Ashanti region. I asked myself the effect. Where the VAM projects are under the MPP. Go to Manson Kwanta. There's a hospital there. Tradia, Anomanji, Sabronu, Drobonso. These are hospitals that has been built. Yanko Konfanochi. I think it was even mentioned. Look at the project ongoing. Phase 2, Yanko Kumasi International Airport. What has been done there? These I feel are monumental and it has effect on me.
I'm going to take credit for the phase 2 of the Kumasi Prempeh the Phrase Airport because I say Modia Kakrebi Nambe. And
no crowd him say more than what Ombetana Ekeka. Say or say me peskani in egu ho and our babaye. Now what stop you from doing it? Send us cano one more. Send us cano one more. What stop you from doing it? It is all kind monumental projects. To us, we look at the effect on the people. Projects now,
thank you.
What is the effect on the people? And that's what Ghanaians are looking at. Schools are yet scattered around. Effect is there.
And Sir, Ralph Timitna TV, so Cassa Adujama Umrem.
Oh, there.
What's that? What's this? What's this? That was this. Oh, what's it? Yeah, what's this school? And I'm saying school, no. ABC Adujama, and Adujama for Empire 1 in Child. What's it? Oh, Massa.
Ask Kelly, it can be repeated. And I said,
and this are supposed to see schools as this in Murem, Wakawa. And I'm see school, Nebis Adujama, and Adujama, Murem, Adujama for Muchi. I said, oh,
I will be dismissive.
What is that mean here? School be sure. That is school be sure.
But hold on. Does it mean, say, schools is in the town, and I say ebi musisi chira na mekrono
senior or say yakos is school
you are interpreting his words
or say yakos is school no so oh school no ebi say adobe ura school no you say school this adobe ura community day school o say esimura oh my
I'm not specific to Drobon
enti Drobon so emura oh you see look at them you see sometimes say obi ya ade na say one person o ba appreciate ya men ka ho asem under the NDC u school what you want ya na get fan project bia what you say kasa there is not a single school damn na come asem o ga na meta there is not a single school
there is no
in the 8 years of NDC get fan project
it's never true
get fan and statutory
I'm there.
The Chama schools in India, dormitory, every day library, every school benefit. So under the NDC, school be able to come the landmark of Getman from SHS to tertiary. Oko Technical University. Almost a whole hostel can say, if I get found hostel. And this is a name, my name, and in schools in order. And yes, I dream who say, Obiwa do Berra. The closest school at Benny and Passetia, which is about 30 kilometers. I do Berra near the biggest town. In Tobiwa was said, in Cranibiaso, Ya, Damtahunu, a man paying ya, Junso Puro. Sir, Offrey Honomo Bar. Obefree, Coco Nassau. John Mama. John Mama say, young for community day school, what's that to bear?
To you know, baby, I'm position school was there? Was it?
It was strategic.
It was strategic
because the most important. The most important.
That was my first station.
The most important thing about Adena was to provide access. And to do Adujama
proximity.
Gravity Adujama. Sabi, or ya Kuba to Semi. No, my men papa nibi. But what me SHS school near or so there no pana say be body you crown or better to akodia or better to do and that is the mentality and this deba sabi you go to SHS is there you will not understand this but yeah this for you
or explaining it there. Just
and I'm saying, you're getting the power going to now, believe and I'm saying this before. And I'm saying this before. You're getting more going to near Guinness and Mosomo Yagana, Mosomo Kagana, Mukwana, Mubredo, Coco, near the Adimia, the Aquania, the Adintino. Yet the school papa, the community the school, name the school in Keko, who drew Adujama. There's a 12 block, a woman, 2-bedroom flat, is 12. It's for teachers. It's not true. Adujama, 12 flats. Who do what? Community the schools, you know. 2. Your World Bank project, the government of Ghana. What bank do you need? I come with Bangalore. I come with teachers Bangalore. Oh, our idea on the way. The time on the anyway, say.
Good evening, Mr. Host. Keep up the good work. Watching you live from Santase. My greetings to Mr. Patrick. In a country with robust healthcare, quality education, and ample job opportunities, access to mobile phones won't be a problem. Youth will have the means to afford any type of mobile device they desire, enabling them to support themselves in their families. Implementing effective policies such as the 24-hour economy and National Women's Development Bank initiatives like the Big Push and the dedicated youth ministry will create more sustainable and building more infrastructure, dignified employment opportunities for all, contributing significantly to achieving sustainable development goals 1 and 2. Unfortunately, since 2018, Bawumia has failed to deliver on promises made to the Ghanaian people, including his pledge to have arrested the dollar. Today's mid-year budget review is Kwabena story. It is confident that JDM steps in to lead us forward. Okay. Yeah, that's it. My member right. Enti Raf, let me begin with you now. Now for your specifics. We are in an election year. And your crocodile John Amobe say ne mashada ye nan bia koso na actually ma be jegum because we are in an election year. We know say election year bia budgets and I say expenditure of government ekosro there are projects swami into me hwe kumasi nko swami interchange no mo wo central markets no wo ho markets no mo ho. How are you as a party and a ruling government, because we person breaking 8 going to do this without affecting the fiscal policy? And I say we are what they have to form in there.
KOD, let me on said Nami Cassette.
You have about 7 minutes.
Okay, I can do it. I said Nami Cassette. The Ghana for Sika and a year a Jubama Ghana for. So a do tembia, we have to make the money wet. And it's not just because I want to put down structures. In Cassette, Messi structure, Messi structure. because the resources is not enough. Into structure beer and now development beer we beer also share the effect on the people we are more. And anything I make say, if you put a structure at Adwenkyere, now I will see a trensu, and echo. You start on the 74 students in the choir. Omunina jaye, the transfer. No. Trouble so. I mean, okay, sorry. I mean, as we speak, the structure is there.
Nobody attends.
School. But the truth is that, sir, resources no. Maybe in the sea baby for fra. That's what we have to look at.
All right.
So Kaya, Minister Kasano say, we are going to live within our means. Even though it's an election year, we're not going to spend beyond what we have told the people of Ghana. Earlier when I told you, say, government budgets, the seats, it has been reduced by 21 billion. By now. And Adiaba Consua, Abia Yenimsa, Beye no crama, and you say, Abeboy, and say, IMF on my benchmarks. And obviously, in order to meet the benchmarks, you have to live within
your means,
what you have decided to do. And that's exactly what we are doing.
Now, leave that word affectable because you
no,
break the 8.
No,
break the 8 developmental
we will
believe.
GD say, we are going to continue come 2025.
Mujidi.
Enti ye me ya ade a ebe esade asudie fufuro ba beto ye so come 2025. Eti projects are ye no and one ye and we have projects or kika. Comfort Teaching Hospital. It's not a new project. So Osho of Anko in Sawama, I don't know the last time I fast. It's not a new project. So water project are here in Kita. It's not a new project. Obechebi Lamti interchange are here. It's not a new project. Bypass are here no Kumasi Accra Road. Kumasi Accra Road. And President Kofo and started the dualization system. And then this is zero. And you and the bypasser, projects are no airport. And one year, a ferry. And I will go there and commission it. Agenda 111. By the time a Beko election, the funds are already there. And we told Ghanaians, by the time a Beko election, now we commission a lot of them. We are not going to spend beyond what we have promised the people. Say that's what we are going to spend. And I believe in the minister. Because don't forget, we are still living within the IMF conditionalities. And they supervise our budget. They supervise our projects.
So there's no way you're going to
So there's no way we are going to go overboard. What we want Ghanaian people to know, and they say, as a country. But we are trying our possible best to make sure, say, we resurrect the system so that yenina ye ho san betoye as Ghana for. It ye me ya ade a edin susan so bone ebebre o man no when we continue next year, because say ye na din susan so bone ba. Next year is the same the Mahmoud Bawumia who is going to continue. It is ye na susan so bone ye dey na ye san be inheriting susan so bone no. So ye nya ade a ede o man no. Right. But we're going to make sure say we live within our means by making sure say indicators are there to a growth rate in a cost no be sustainable.
All right.
Now through that we'll be able to bring inflation down more. We're able to stabilize the CD dollar rate so that the economy will be stable.
All right.
Economy is stable. We are good to go because KOD and unim now say I'm in macro. KOD, Adiawe, who do here now. Do you know, say, we drew some shops, and we do. Now, almost the some machine there, friend, Kojoton, Esiko. Now, almost broadcasting, oh, Ghana card, Baba swap for phone. Edumaya.
Sir.
Edumaya. Phone swaps now, and what do?
Almost swap Ghana card, not for your phone.
Swap your phone. If you have a phone, swap and you pay. By installment.
Okay.
By installment. With Ghana card. And we are doing something right as a country. Because they are quick to tell you, and also that's the direction that we are moving.
All right, but that's
and then young one was said, we have spent that much in digitization.
Thank you.
Especially with Ghana card.
Thank you very much. Honorable, thank you very much for your good works. I'm Joseph Aduku, new Assembly Member-elect in Manso in Guantanamo 2 electoral area in Wasa, Memphis Central District. And to know the results of... hey, sir. Edra, Mamusa, say, and they pay what they are doing. The women's economy is say and all that.
I say,
won't you give them credit? No, is it not coming back? Who say Baba?
No credit.
Just allow him.
Sir, Obi, but that down, say, economy, yawa.
Why are you saying so?
Because, Sandy Pacron, you demand a net saying. What best idea now, Badiana, I am to
almost say,
and to us, I bet, oh, senior, senior,
just allow, just allow, Ralph, just allow, please.
On the Casanamo,
please, just allow.
To be himself, and this in a Hold on. So, Obian himself, and this Yama Ghana.
Obian say,
and this Yama Ghana.
Ralph, please. Ralph, please.
Ralph, please. Ghana ni bien him say. And this Yama Ghana bo. Ghana ni bien him say. I am a Fnebu man. Omo team says I am a Fnebu.
Na some bastard on
Omo David, you see, as we speak today, Magana ni bien tell say I am a Fnebu man. Omai no ire de akoma IMF.
The IMF was there.
You are not helping.
Ralph, you are not helping us. Ralph, please, you are not helping us, Mr.
Say Ghana for him say. Say a mistake. Na 2024 NC da. Ya hwe ye na Yankopon pangu. Nkofo isa to aso omai na bo. Ghana ni bia nim. You see, about for a din na muntimi na da ni pass an gosi awie yo. Moka say mo be see 5 interchanges so Ashanti region. This is your 8th year. Back kukura one say month. Back say back month. Uni Ashanti region. Moka say mo be see 5. Me catch you say yen NDC for no man to Obama yen. You see 10 community day schools. Mo buy mo ka 4 amusuma say we.
10 state schools.
Oh, you see.
Which is 10 times bigger than the community.
Adia oh ye obese show no.
Ralph.
Because but you should keep quiet. Yama Asanteman 10 community day schools. I'm my 4 MPs pe. I'm over 43 MPs. You can't even speak of 4. What some baby see Chinese for change control sure. Okay, event is in Chinese MP. I say Gushia change and I don't me do a good fool. And would have say, hey, change control for Ralph,
you are not helping.
Come on, and this focus say, hey, you buy yes, a community day school once a month. Yes, people are almost and Chinese MP say. And this is for me training more my Ashanti region. Even though Ashanti region and to back and say more. To me training more ye. In the mobile school and mo say monte. You see Chinese for school chin kon shin koshia goshia school no ko e C school side o kwa. Enwura fuhu nyina. I was there just last week. Me had many ko Gushia school no. I did join no more TV so enwura fuhu nyina. And to the people of Ashanti region this time young Kotoba no on tribal lines view. This time you better talk about my party or body mpuntu obre Central Market amode monsakan and I mean it is one. Yen your time. Kejetia anadwu nyina na nipa gu ho ye adwuma. Mo ba ya amode monsakan center be tu ya maame mo si oh busia na mo kwaje ye no ensi ho ba ho maame fo na mfiri ho a ye ja oh project ya kwaje busia ya ye ja to eco 2 years na just MP before. Who be project no what be evaluation who say KOD project no mehia 1000 Ghana cedis. Yeah, almost record this can be to say ya and then my book cost be meeting. I'm be 1,500. Now project no could do 60%. Now the project no hotel. That is kind of why there. What the what the Central Market is cano. I'm a Central Market. I done death trouble to come out so contractor free site to go 2 years. I'm on project that no money. I don't project na project no any government of Ghana project a project I kwaje bosia na ode ye what se ho ska and waje bosia and abeka kire ma me fo ne say sika na ode ye no bosia na ba na hu si hu no ekum aban to omutu and amanfo tu amankofo de trash obi wa fi so office and market ne de trash or 20 ebe wie no wasaba 2 years ni contractor free site ade ni to other ne desktop to commerce conteso o ka sa meto ada asantman mutimi na ada asantman biem Ghana fo hu commerce fo hu say NDC fo na mo be da say no mo yesremfo na autobom NDC autobom yesremfo no ene omo esremfo no na ba ya omo be develop your country. No, you see I am being specific and I'm speaking to our people. Look you can please. Senior. Listen. What have I said? Outside. Oh, you see? What? Make us say now. My head is. The mic no. Enti obi anim say. And this in a bar or dim punto bar santimem. Obi wo krom ha bi anim. Uni me na kwakwa da jan omo ye. Matena so sa 8 years. Mubaye kumasi akwan ya nka mo ye. Mubaye new site akwan ya nka mo ye. Ebeka 3 months am ya to abe. Uni mo ye. Ono mo de excavator bi so wetu kwan ya. Utwema no mo cheda edwudwom to takata. Na omo ema ne nam afiafium. Msimo hu se ekwan ya yedwi. Samutitia ba omia NDC for bombe jai. Propaganda mo ye okrom no. But ade a NDC for aka jo ma aka. Many amanfo share na nwume so jo ma aka say ye ba. Your first 1 year no. We are focusing on ongoing projects and abandoned projects. And the project project the first 1 year no. And no na ye baba ye. And the same one one about us agree that. And then now we
and the Cape Coast na the way buy. Mr. Hope, Raumia is the only MPP president. He can be a president of Ghana. The MPP man is joking. Ghana is not for MPP. Greetings to my MP, Dr. Afotofe Jomoro, constituency, Drogba, Owo, Egbajo, and Odeba. Could let the NDC man stop lying. Ghana, we know Mahama. Good evening. I'm Michael from Accra, Awoshi. Look at the Nanado government, what he has done to the Ghana police. Wow, we need the continuity. All right. Everybody in the basic. Meda time naso. Meda time naso. Time naso. I'm being directed from there. So that is it. Raphael, there's some okay.
Senior high school. Saturday homecoming. Enti ye behre abemponfo nyina Saturday.
Enyo time na ye adwuma.
Na 1 minute na ye adwuma. Emesra school no. Na ye nyina ye develop school ne.
All right.
Abempon nyina.
Ye fundraising ne ba so Friday.
Me say first kind of
fundraising. Medical ka say who you businessman, who you be a person support say na who be a de besi nso afre me am to ka ba ho
number na yes na cover to joy
me number there
na be there afro
o pese o hu mi a obi o kroma bia o pese o contact kwa me oti a o fre nipa ba ku mienu a o benya me
nipa ba ko be
enti obi a pese o dia o nipa bi a pese o hu ni bia
on brackets me ha
so o contact me and our Facebook e wetin dia to dia kwa me oti a Patrick on Facebook and I send message and reply na mo contribute to your fundraising no na mo moye na ya magic Ghana
Better Raphael was ono a secretary Edema Achuma Wabieja Nov NPP and Kwame Etua Patrick a director of students affairs and elections Ashanti region NDC. Medini Kwabena Owusu Dankwah. Better is gansu asi ono ja camera na chi twama. Ekua PC asarbedi ako na ehye dwumedi na yade bro. Ajima Prempe a director at the MMI. Sound no has been an Kwame Sunday. Technician on duty, your pages at the eco social media handles ningina and afe MC phone na a boy. Yami aduma, but I don't do me. You best I share you.